Good afternoon, this is Brian. Today is Saturday, January 15, 2022. I am here in the Angeles National Forest at 3,300 feet, right at the junction of Upper Big Tujunga Canyon Road and Angeles Forest Highway. And I want to present a Spotlight on Shrubs video. Today's Spotlight is on the interior version of the Thickleaf Yerba Santa, which sometimes I believe it's called Bicolored Thickleaf Yerba Santa, but I do know that the common name is Eriodictyon crassifolium variety nigrescens. So, anybody who's seen some of my videos might be aware of a video I did called Thickleaf Yerba Santa back in March of 2021, and that was Thickleaf Yerba Santa, Eriodictyon crassifolium variety crassifolium. Well, this is another variety of Eriodictyon crassifolium. Again, variety nigrescens. So, as you see here, we have these kind of small, medium-sized shrubs, somewhat upright, but relatively round in profile. These are all specimens of them. And if you are any bit familiar with the different types of Yerba Santas here in Southern California, you will know that the color of this plant is very similar to the Thickleaf Yerba Santa, the grayish, bluish green. Right here is more of a grayish green. Grayish green is very similar. The leaves are quite thick. There's a little degree of fuzziness on them on both sides. Like the regular Thickleaf Yerba Santa. So the color is very similar to the regular Thickleaf Yerba Santa. However, the shape of the leaves, a little more similar to Eriodictyon trichocalyx, which is another shrub found here in the San Gabriel Mountains and also scattered in Southern California as well. The leaves are more narrow and elongated as opposed to the quite broad-shaped leaves of the regular Thickleaf Yerba Santa. So these ones here are a little bit narrower than variety crassifolium. So the shape is a little more akin to Eriodictyon trichocalyx. It has similarly shaped leaves, but trichocalyx generally has a darker green appearance and kind of has like a greasy shine on the top half of the leaves. These ones don't have any shine at all, quite dull because of the fuzziness, and the hairs kind of give it a grayish appearance. So it is quite a common denizen of washes and canyons, disturbed sites, fire areas, because this plant responds by sending up new plants whenever fire comes. So their seeds prefer to be scarified by fire. So the plants will grow up and colonize an area after a fire. Then the population will get bigger and grow older and grow older, produce scores and scores, probably thousands upon thousands of seeds over a decade or more. Plants will get bigger, then they'll start dying back because they're starting to get old. So there'll be a huge seed bank in the soil. So what happens is the fire comes roaring through, scarifies the seeds, winter rains come, dampen the soil, and boom, these plants sprout like crazy. So again, they like disturbed sites and fire. Anywhere that gets disturbed and anywhere that burns, these plants will come up like gangbusters. Very common in this wash right here. You'll see here. Here's one that's taller than me. This is probably about 6.5 feet tall. A little bit closer to the size of the Eriodictyon crassifolium variety crassifolium, which can get quite tall can get up to at least this tall, even a little bit taller. So variety nigrescens tends to be a little bit shorter in height, but as evidenced there, it's not always a really small and squat shrub, which Eriodictyon trichocalyx tends to be more of a lower growing shrub as opposed to more upright of crassifolium. So this one kind of runs in between the more rounded, lower growing Eriodictyon trichocalyx, the Hairy Yerba Santa, and the much taller and more upright Eriodictyon crassifolium variety crassifolium. So again, older specimens like these can get quite large, and you got a nice woody base here. You see here you get some really decently woody trunks here. So in the springtime, later in the spring and early in summer, they get their flowers, which I believe I haven't seen these in bloom yet, but I know Eriodictyon crassifolium variety crassifolium tends to have more purplish bluish flowers. So I'll say these probably run from white to purplish blue as well. I will leave a comment about a little more specifically about that, but and then they get these little seed capsules. They got these little. Sometimes they get these little rounded seed capsules that'll open up on these really fuzzy looking clusters. Pretty common because this plant is a member of the Borage family, the Boraginaceae. And a lot of Borage family plants have their flower and seed heads kind of in odd shaped clusters like that. One plant that is closely related is poodle dog bush, and that's Eriodictyon Perry. Eriodictyon Perry also has similar seed heads as well. And a lot of other plants like Phasalias, Cryptanthas, they also sometimes have similar shaped seed heads as well. So this is actually a member of the waterleaf section. This used to be listed as being in the Hydrophyllaceae, the waterleaf family, but the waterleaf family, including a couple other families, were merged into the Boraginaceae, the Borage family. So again, beautiful shrub, quite attractive. I mean, a lot of people might think it's rather plain looking. Some people might think it's rather plain looking, but in the springtime when they're flowering, they'll definitely draw some attention. I like the color of their foliage. Definitely like the color of their foliage. It's very attractive. And just think it's really neat to come to these areas and see it. Along here is quite abundant. You're going to see it all along the upper portions of the wash. Generally a little bit higher up than the main tributary where the water comes rushing through. But sometimes, you know, you'll find them closer to the creek edge. And you'll see this a lot after fire and disturbance. Lots of young ones. You'll see there are scores and scores of this plant growing in this area. So again, disturbed areas and places that get disturbed a lot, not just by fire but also by flooding and scouring, might grind up the seeds and scarify them as well. And then you get all these beautiful Yerba Santas. So you're out hiking in a canyon or a disturbed area, sometimes along roadsides and trails as well. Keep an eye out for this Yerba Santa. I'm just going to call it Eriodictyon crassifolium variety nigrescens. That's the botanical name for this beautiful plant. And when they get older, enjoy their quite rugged branch structure. Quite a neat looking plant. Pretty common here. I've also seen it You can find it in some other spots of Southern California. I'll put the full range map. Well, I'll put the full range in the description. But another place where I've seen this plant is along the Pacific Crest Trail by Liebre Mountain, near the Sierra Pelona area in far northwestern LA County. That's another good place to find this one. So when you're in a mountain canyon, come out, check out the Yerba Santas. Nice little area to study your local botany here in Southern California. Well, these other disturbance following plants like to grow here as well, like scale broom, rabbit brush, willows, and there again, the Yerba Santas. Mule fat, golden bush. So there we have it. Eriodictyon, crassifolium, variety nigrescens. The beautiful bicolored, I'm going to stick with that name for now, bicolored Yerba Santa. Live and direct from Angeles National Forest. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you found this video helpful in identifying these plants, common and rare, here in Southern California. That's the aim of my Spotlight series, is to make people aware of the incredible diversity, not only within the variety, not only just the variety of species, but also the variety within species, subspecies and varieties included. So I'm just going to climb up this little hill back to my car. I'm going to cross a path of some lush Yerba Santas to close this out. So come out and check out this plant for yourself. Beautiful. So there you have it. Eriodictyon, crassifolium, variety nigrescens. Thanks for watching. See you on the next episode.